do you remember? What impressed you the most? What changed? What was the turning point for you in your this big mission of achieving justice for the victims? Is there something that you...
Yes, I think one of the most shocking mission I've made. I made so many travels in war-torn areas, but one maybe of the most shocking was Srebrenica 30 years ago. Because Srebrenica was an enclave, Muslim enclave in Bosnia, and we all knew what was happening there. We all had the images, the stories.
I recently read on your Facebook page about your experience in Srebrenica, and you shared about two little girls that died before your eyes because there were no possibilities to help them, and they just lost the blood and they died. How did this experience change your perspective on the things? Did this, because what I feel from you, what I see, that you're trying to reach justice, to get justice, and to make people feel what you feel, and your pain is that big, because some people are able to feel it, but they don't know where it is coming from. Is it one of the reasons that you are trying to push for people to be more human, that you saw what happened in Srebrenica?
Yeah, in Srebrenica, that was really a nightmare. You know, that was an enclave in Bosnia, and it was shelled by a Serbian army, by General Mladic, and all the world knew what was happening there, and it lasted with a real mass killing. All the boys above 15 years of old were killed systematically, 8,000 boys, and I was really shocked by the fact that we all knew what was happening and that nobody wanted to intervene. Really, there was the Dutch the battalion there from the UN, but they really did nothing for this.
What was the role of the blue helmets there?
They were supposed to protect the enclave. So I was there in 1993, 30 years ago, with General Morillon, and there was a declaration that this enclave will be under the protection of the international community, under the protection of the UN. And I was with Doctors Without Borders. We sent a surgical team there, and we stayed there. But when this enclave was really destroyed by the Serbs and shelled by the Serbs, at the end, they separated women and boys, and all the boys were killed. And it was really happening under the eyes of the UN, under this Dutch battalion, but nobody did something for that.
But did they realize what was happening?
Yeah, they knew.
Realized.
Everybody knew. At the Security Council in New York, Madeleine Albright, who was the State Secretary for the US, she shared the pictures with all the other members of the UN, and nobody moved.
And why?
Nobody,
was
I
someone
think
sabotaging?
already at that time there was a veto from the Russian. Already at that time, the Russian and the Chinese. So nobody dared to intervene. And then a few weeks after, NATO eventually intervened and stopped that war. But that war made 40,000 casualties. 140,000 people died from that war. And it took so long for Europe again and for the international system to really realize that they should really intervene. And I think it's a bit the same story we see with Ukraine now. You know, it takes so long to realize that, yes, we have to stop that massacre.